Hi, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. My name is Jenna. Today I'm here to do your weekly reading for December 2nd through the 8th. Never have I ever had this hard of a time filming for a weekly reading. How is your Monday going? Are y'all doing okay? Because I just went through 3 hours of 4 leaf blowers, a lawnmower, and a leaf sucker with a lot of planes all at once. And I thought, I don't think I've ever appreciated silence as much as I do now. Even my little dog is like, Mom, this has not been a fun morning. So that being said, we have 6 planets in retrograde. So make sure that you are buffering in some time in your schedule, right? Don't overbook yourself. Give yourself as much breathing space as possible in between your commitments. Luckily today I had extra time, to go with the flow. Be patient with yourself and others. Be gentle with yourself. And pivot if plans go awry. There will be happy surprises as well. It's not all bad. It just makes it a little bit more difficult when we have so much in retrograde. This is a time for deep reflection and deep connection. I've been pulling for this week in particular, and so many people are getting, intuitive hits, divine downloads, light upgrades, and that brings on a need to give your body more time to rest and your emotions to settle, because you might feel up and down at this time. So we also have 2 new moons, which is really rare, an extra opportunity, right, for manifestation in whatever we want to start anew at this time. We also are slowly saying goodbye to this past year, this month. So let's get into some young Pueblo goodies. He has 11 unforgettable truths that 2024 taught me. Don't force anything. Solitude is rejuvenating. Busy does not equal success. Joy is in the present moment. Calmness makes your mind clear. Your intuition gives the best advice. Saying yes all the time is exhausting. Don't make any assumptions, just ask. Being kind supports your inner peace. Gratitude makes your energy attractive. Happiness comes from your perception. Very true. I also have here from Vex King, December mood. Less hustle, more healing. Less pressure, more peace. Less rushing, more resting. Ending 2024 on my own terms. I like that. And then he also goes on to say, give yourself permission to end this year gently. There's power in slowing down, wisdom in resting, and strength in being gentle with yourself. So I also have a nifty book here. I thought it'd be nice to read a quote from it for you. I also leaned in last night when I was gathering information, as I often do. I leaned into this new beginning energy of the 2 new moons. And I wanted to read a quote that felt like it coincided with that energy. I have come to accept the feeling of not knowing where I am going, and I have trained myself to love it. Because it is only when we are suspended in midair with no landing in sight that we force our wings to unravel and, alas, begin our flight. And as we fly, we still may not know where we are going. But the miracle is in the unfolding of the wings. You may not yet know where you're going, but you know that so long as you spread your wings, the winds will carry you. So you spread those wings. Winds, y'all. I hope that you're laughing because I've been through one hell of a morning over here at Illuminated Tarot, and I'm feeling a little zany. Let's get into some. So God, don't you just love retrograde season? It's real. It's really real, y'all. If you're gonna have maybe an issue come up around anything, it might come up. So just try to laugh at it, whether it's a misunderstanding with something or someone. An issue with your house or your car, just holiday stress. All right, y'all, let's call Spirit in. Thank you, Spirit, for presiding over this reading for the collective for the week of December 2nd through the 8th. It's so quiet. It's so quiet. Oh, I grabbed these the wrong way. It doesn't matter. They're 2-sided. Let's see what energies come out for the strongest energies for the week ahead. We have Shield of Resilience. Okay. Shield of Resilience. Ooh, those all wanted to come out. Eclipse of Concealment. Cloud of Unknowing. Wow, interesting. I was just reading about that. And Rising Flames. Yeah, we have that Sagittarius fiery energy. I'm glad I picked that quote because it seems even in this week, there's a lot of mystery going on. I'm getting like, maybe even cloudy, foggy thoughts, uncertainty around what's next. Shield of Resilience. Employ your shield of resilience, guarding against external pressures while nurturing your internal strength in love and career. Yeah, well, that's really good advice because there is external pressure during this season, right? Heavy retrograde season. But it gives us more time to rest and to heal. Just watch out for the pressure that you put on yourself or others at this time because it will make the situation harder. Eclipse of Concealment. Navigate through the eclipse of concealment, understanding the cyclical nature of hidden phases and awaiting revelations. Yeah. Interesting. I like the imagery of that because we also have the fire on the other end of this. Rising flames, let your passion guide you to the fulfilling purpose meant for you. Yeah. A lot of us, whatever that passion is, these are the things that you wake up wanting to do, go to sleep thinking about, fantasizing about. What are the things that you love to do that you know what I mean? Cloud of Unknowing. Float on the clouds of the unknown. Surrender to the mystery and embrace the sacred within. Yeah. It feels like a kind of a time where there's fire beneath our wings, but there's a lot of unknowns this week. And it needs, sometimes when things are foggy and unclear, it's good to just pause and go inward. That's what I do. I just, I'm just going to pause. Spirit made me do that this morning. I'm like, I had this huge agenda. I was going to get all these annual readings out today. Nope, not today. That's okay, right? There's always another day, y'all. There's always another day. All right, let's get into the tarot. I don't know. I just feel there's some sort of absurdity in the air around just life in general. And if you can't laugh about it, what else can you do? So whatever stresses that you have coming into watching this, try to just take a step back. Yeah. This is the path of ascension. Look, he's laughing. He's laughing at himself, at the absurdity of life, at the lightness of it all, and the heaviness, all of it, right? He's being enlightened. Kind of when you get to that more enlightened perspective, everything gets a little bit lighter. So this is indicative of the cosmic journey of ascension, the Hierophant, very heavy Taurian energy here. Starting out the week, stay committed to your spiritual practices to keep you grounded, that lighten you up and light you up, literally. There could be a strong focus on whatever you're ready to commit to in 2025. Goals, aspirations, new endeavors. This is the time where we're going deep and thinking about that. The moon. 2 major arcana jumping out here. The dance between light and shadow. Do you want to focus on? I'm telling you, we could be shadow boxing with just the forces at play. Or we can, just surrender to it all and laugh at it all. You choose. Some of you might have some hidden commitments coming in that you don't even see. We're talking about, plans being made, Page of Pentacles. Plans being made we have another page at the bottom of the deck and the 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, this is about freedom and independence and whatever you want to initiate at this time that's new. You may not feel like it's going to gain a lot of traction because we're in retrograde season, but at least start planting those seeds and laying the initial groundwork. So if you're trying to secure funding or I'm hearing that, if you're trying to learn the ropes in a new endeavor, this is the time where you study, right? Get it down on paper. New ideas, using your creativity. This is the card of creative inspiration, taking it from the ace to the page, saying, you know what, I'm ready to learn everything I need to learn, putting plans in motion that help you reach for the next level of prosperity. Because you know what, we co-create with the universe. So we have to put energy toward our hopes and dreams. So I'm getting here that there's this deep push to be deeply committed to dream building and dream manifestation, knowing that we're the idea generators, our creative genius, and that requires being rooted, firmly rooted. She has root growing from this pentacle down to the ground. Are you going to be firmly rooted this week in what you want to reach for that's next? Opening those wings so you can soar into the next phase of your life. And also smile while you do it and laugh. I'm going to clarify this Hierophant and this moon. Why is the Hierophant here? This feels like a very light energy. It's deeply reflective over your long-term commitment to what you want to build. Whatever is new with these two new moons, I'm really seeing a strong influence of that this week, because we just yesterday came off of the first new moon, and the 30th will be the second. So these next few weeks are going to be really important for you to use this energy wisely. So start doing it, doing the thing, putting time into it, set the ball in motion. Even if it's a new hobby. Y'all, I was like researching snow feet. I'm like, I don't really even ski, but that looks like fun. I think I would love to do that this winter. Or what do I want to snowshoe? Whatever you want to do that's going to cultivate more joy, do it. Do that thing. Even if it's like you want to take a pottery class. Like, I always feel like we should be lifelong learners as adults, whether you want to learn a new language or learn a new skill. Hell, if you want to go to Barnes & Noble and get a crochet kit, like, do the things that help you find joy in being alive. And that's what I see you all doing, making plans to learn new things. And actually, you might be surprised. It might actually generate income for some of you. And maybe that's why we need to be explorers, right? Of our own unique frequency of passion, desire, interest, inspiration. I'm seeing all of that this week. This could be the week where new dreams are born. And new commitments are made. Not a single cup here, interestingly. Oh, that's why. We have the 10. I'm clarifying the Hierophant now. We have the 10 of Swords. Some of you are definitely saying no to whatever. Ooh, we have the 8 of Wands here with the 10 of Swords. That flipped out at some point. I think that was when the 10 flipped over. And the 9 of Cups. Yeah, this is, what is it that's going to make you happy this week? Put an end to, this is also, I love this. There's some sort of shift here. Away from the things that have ended in our lives. The past. This represents past energy. The past suffering, right? The past betrayals. Whatever you want to group under that, this is past. Can we, as a collective, let go of the past? Be completely attuned to what the divine is sending us through signs, symbols, and synchronicities. And find the fulfillment in every moment. Staying deeply committed to our own light. There's something around, we get to have a choice this week. In every ending, there is a new beginning. So what is your new beginning? Don't focus on the ending. That's an old story, right? Because it's an ending. It needs to end. And it's done. Whatever ending that has happened or is happening now, it's so you can be rerouted to something new and better. There are answers coming in for a lot of you around what it is that you need to put a stop to in your story of your life experience. So that you can free up that energy towards going deep into your hopes and aspirations. It's basically let the old die in 2024. Let the old versions of you, the outdated versions of you, that previous avatar, you've now upgraded, new software, new beliefs, new opportunities, okay? Letting go of the old. I'm going to get some clarity on the moon as well. 10 of Cups, 9 of Wands. Not surprised. This is about our taking the next What is the next step for you to find greater fulfillment and satisfaction, happiness, bliss? Beyond the perpetual wounding. You know, it's interesting. I didn't realize when I was going through a great deal of suffering that I even had a choice, that I could choose differently. And maybe that's the biggest thing we're learning in our collective awakening. Wait a minute, I can choose. I can choose to repeat a cycle, or I can choose to be so deeply connected to myself that when I'm seeing people come in and the new come in, if it's not aligned, I have to be strong enough to say, no, this reminds me too much of a frequency that doesn't feel right to me. It's a path of true discernment, and it takes practice. 10 of Wands coming out sideways underneath the moon. This is drop the burden. Yeah, this is a very deeply spiritual week, y'all. I'm just getting this whole vibe of like, we can make it hard or we can make it easy. And it's all based on our perception. Our perspective is everything. So it's time for us to drop whatever heavy burden we've been carrying individually and as a collective. But yeah, there's a lot of emotions that might come up. But while they're coming up, can we see our lives? Can we see ourselves from a new place? A more enlightened place? I just think I love this image because it's like he's laughing at the nature of life. We literally come here in these avatars as part of our soul flame to play out a narrative, to learn and to grow and to experience the Creator through us, through the love, through the connection, through the depths of our life's experiences. But then we get caught up in the ego and we get caught up in the pain and the suffering and the heaviness of it all. I think that one reason why we even come here is that we get to experience a lot of emotions. I don't know what that's like on the other side. Do we feel things the same? Does it have the same magnitude? Does it have the same weight? It makes me wonder. I'm sure it makes you all wonder. But clarifying this moon, I'm getting this really strong need that for all of us, even if you're uncomfortable right now, wow, we got the Nine of Pentacles again, twice. This is about our freedom and independence and our thinking that makes it so. You can turn on, I am a victim or I am a hero, right? At any given moment, no matter what it is, ask yourself that this week. That's actually what they're posing. Do you want to be the hero or the victim? And you get to choose that again and again and again and again, probably thousands of times in your lifetime. So what if in 2025, you decided I'm going to be the hero in the way I see myself and the way I believe the world to be, rather than the victim? We are literally unwiring programming that has been seeped in our conditioning from birth. And as we unwind this out of our psyche, out of the collective consciousness, out of our very cellular structures, we learn what true freedom and independence is. Sovereignty, agency, all these beautiful words that we know of today that we probably didn't even know what they meant 20 years ago. Did you know what sovereignty meant 20 years ago? Well, my daughter does, the new generation does, but this Gen X, Gen Z, all of these newer generations, but what's the oldest generation? The baby boomers. Did they have any idea what personal agency was? No. We have freedom and independence now. Even if we're not in conditions that make us feel free, it's our thinking, right? It's the power up here in between our ears and our power in here, in the beautiful heart spaces that we occupy. So this week, I feel like we have an opportunity to get the answers that we seek, to bring about greater fulfillment, to not look back and dwell too long on what's past in this past year, to go deep into our emotions, to see our lives from a different perspective, to drop the heavy burden that life is hard, that it has to continue to be freaking hard, and to gain greater enlightenment along the way, and to put plans in motion that create more independence, more freedom. That's what we want. let's go into, I want to get some more, I got a new deck. I was at Barnes & Noble this week and wandering around. I got a book. I don't read fiction. I won't even share it, but I got a fiction book that I wanted to read over the holiday period. And they have a tarot section, and I was like, ooh. And I thought this was so cool. This is the female archangels. They do have male counterparts in this deck, but I immediately felt a connection. So I want to get whatever archangel wants to come forward. This time of year, I feel like it's a lot stronger, the frequency of the archangels. And I want to see what, we got two. It's interesting how they've been coming out in pairs. I've been pulling it, and I thought this was a pair. Maybe we just have one. I might pull another one. Where are we? I swear they're just thick. All right, we have center and ground. Some of us feel like we're spinning tops, right? With a to-do list a mile long, and try not to get overwhelmed during this time of year with everything you have to do. Bring yourself back to center by asserting yourself in the here and now. Let go of any need to keep up. That's the message of Archangel Sandalphon, whose name reflects prayers and action, serves on the rainbow ray of music, manifestation, and integration. He's also known as one of the tallest angels. His eyes are closed as he is completely in the moment, rooted in pure love. Sandalphon nudges you to unplug from everyday busyness to regroup your energy. Listening to the melodies of nature is one of the best ways to do this. Allow the sound of air moving through trees or the hush of water to soothe you. Turn down the clangor of modern day life by resting in the beauty and simplicity of the moment. Then breathe, find your center. Invite in Archangel Sandalphon for appreciation, answered prayers, bringing your manifestations into form, bridging heaven and earth, development of the Earth Star chakra, and music and sound healing. I like that. It is true. This is what I've been getting with the tarot for the week. Bringing your manifestations into form, bridging heaven and earth, finding your center, breathing, turn down the clangor of modern day life. Yep, it's about being more present. That is where our true emancipation lies. All right, let's get a self-care tip for the week ahead, and then I'm going to pull from Mark Nepo and read Mark Nepo, which I love reading his they're kind of like koans, yeah? They want me to take the top two. And I apologize, I feel a little bit scattered today. It's the energies at play. I feel just a little discombobulated today, and that's okay, right? Every morning, look in the mirror and affirm positive words into your life. As you move through your week, take a moment to look into a mirror. While looking into your own eyes, recite these words aloud or silently. Oh, this is tough, right? How many of us can do mirror work all the time? It's really helpful. I love myself unconditionally. I am always enough. Our bodies are our gardens, to which our wills are gardeners. William Shakespeare. Do something to thank your body for its hard work this week and its miraculous ability to move, feel, and communicate. Yeah, you may feel too, I often find in retrograde season, we might have some body tension come up. So do the things that help relax your body, whatever that is. Mindfulness practices, saunas, baths, whatever it is. Heat usually works for me. Do the things, right, that bring about more healing for you in your actual physicality. All right, now let's read some Mark Nepo, and then we'll close this off for the week. And stay tuned. I'm going to try to start doing annual readings this week, as well as the weeklies. Hope y'all are enjoying that. I've been loving bringing out more content. We have December 2nd, an invitation. Yours is to live it, not to reveal it. Helen Luke. Helen Luke was a very wise woman, deeply grounded in the life of the spirit. I knew Helen during the last 2 years of her life. During that time, she was a mentor to me. These words are from our last conversation. They troubled me, for I have spent my life becoming a writer, thinking that my job has been just that, to reveal what is essential and hidden. In the time since Helen died, I've come to understand her last instruction as an invitation to shed any grand purpose, no matter how devoted we may be to what we are doing. She wasn't telling me to stop writing, but to stop striving to be important. She was inviting me to stop recording the poetry of life and to enter the poetry of life. Wow. This lesson applies to us all. If we devote ourselves to the life at hand, the rest will follow. For life, it seems, reveals itself through those willing to live. Anything else, no matter how beautiful, is just advertising. This took me many years to learn and accept. Having begun innocently enough, there arose separations, and now I know that health resides in restoring direct experience. Thus, having struggled to do what has never been done, I discovered that living is the original art. Wow, living is the original art. Wow. That's good. It is true. Living is the original art. Center yourself and think of your life as a story not yet written. Breathe slowly and relieve yourself of the responsibility to record your own story. Breathe deeply and imagine your path as the patch of sky a bird flies through. Now just breathe and fly into your day, your week, each hour, and breathe and live. A lot of messages, recurring messages around flight and breathing and being present. I think that will help you all a lot. Yours is to live it, not to reveal it. That's really deep. I'll tell you what. I hope you all enjoyed this reading. I'm sorry it's coming out a little later than I would have liked. Again, make sure you buffer in some extra time in your dealings with others this week. Expect the unexpected. I do believe we have a very interesting end of the year ahead, but it all comes down to being more present